There are over 1.2 billion skins in Counter-Strike, from factory new to battle scarred. The sheer variety is mind-blowing. But today, we're not talking about your average skin. We're diving deep to uncover the absolute rarest of them all, the kind of skin most players won't even lay their eyes on. Buckle up, because this journey is about the most elusive, legendary treasures the game has to offer. While recording one of my previous videos, the most expensive ugly skins in CS2, I stumbled upon a bunch of really ugly expensive skins, obviously. But one thing that they all had in common is that they were all super rare. So that got me thinking, what are the rarest skins in CS2? And when I say rare, I don't mean that there are thousands of them like the imminent danger. I mean they are truly rare. They're one of ones. And they're not one of one sticker crafts like this one, this one, this one, or this one, because a one-of-one craft is not a one-of-one skin. They are truly one-of-ones. They are the only ones to exist. So I started to do my research and I was able to find 7 different one-of-one skins. And funny thing about these 7 skins is that they have a lot in common as well. Number 1, they're all souvenir. 2, they're from a really old collection like the Lake, Italy, or Safe House collection. And 3, they're float capped, meaning they can't get above or below a certain float, like our good friend the P90 Cold-Blooded here. But I'll stop yapping, let's get right into it. I present to you the rarest skins in CS2. Starting off, we have a skin I don't particularly love, and that's going to be the P2000 Granite Marbleized in Souvenir Factory New from the Italy collection. It's the only one that exists because it's float capped at 0.06, but there is actually 85 of these in minimal wear and a lot more in field tested. It's interesting that the owner of this did actually scrape the stickers, or I'm sure he bought it from someone who scraped the stickers. But it'd be really hard to price check something like this because it's the only one that exists, but I'm assuming the price tag would be hefty. Next up, we have the Desert Eagle Mutter in Souvenir Factory New from the Lake collection. Another skin that's float capped at 0.06, so this is the only one in factory new. Cool because it has the Cato 14 foils on it. Again, a really unique collector's piece because it's the only one that exists and it has Cato foils on it. As you can see, there are 73 of these in minimal wear and a lot more in field tested. A lot of these have really old souvenir stickers on them. But you'll see the owner of this continue to come up because it looks like he's actually chasing after a lot of the one-of-one souvenirs. Next up, we have the MP9 Orange Peel in Souvenir Factory New, another skin from a really old collection, the Safe House collection, and again, it is float capped at 0.06, so this is the only one that exists in Souvenir Factory New. And funny enough, like I just said, the owner of the previous skin owns this skin as well. And there are also 73 of these in minimal wear. So funny pattern, but as you can see, a lot of these do have Cato foils on it, so they're from super old souvenir packages. I'm not sure what this guy paid for this skin. I do think it's really cool, however, I'm not sure it's worth that hefty price tag for it being a one-of-one. Next up, we have another souvenir from the Safe House collection, this time being the AUG Condemned, another float cap skin at 0.06, and this time it does have the Cato 14 foils on it, being the VP foil and the LGB foil. I actually really like this skin. I think it looks really cool, and I think the sticker placements are perfect. It is the only one in factory new. It is the same owner as the previous 2 skins, and this time there are only 71 of these in minimal wear. Again, a lot of them having the old souvenir stickers on them. I would really like to know how much the owner of all these skins paid for them because I'm really curious, as they are one-of-ones. I don't really have an idea as to what they cost. I did try to contact Demha, the owner of a lot of these skins, to get an idea as to why he started collecting the one-of-one souvenirs, as well as what they might have cost him, but unfortunately, I haven't heard back and his inventory is private. Next up, we have another souvenir from the Safe House collection, this time being a purple, the M4A1S Nitro in factory new. I do kind of have a price check on this one because it's currently for sale for $25,000. There was actually a sale for one in minimal wear for around $615, and there's another one in minimal wear currently up for sale for around $3,000. I'm assuming because it is the only one in factory new, the price tag will be a lot more than that $3,000 or $616, but I'm not sure it'll cost that full $25K. But it is a really unique collector's piece if you're willing to cough up that $25,000 rather than getting a new car. Have you seen the price of Teslas? You can pretty much get a brand new one for $25K. Next up, we have another purple souvenir, this time from the late collection, the Dual Berettas Cobalt Quartz. I have a really hard time saying that. This time it's actually not in factory new. It's going to be in souvenir well worn, the only one in souvenir well worn. It is still float capped, but rather than being float capped at 0.06, it's actually float capped at 0.4. So it's super rare, obviously, to get this in well worn because of the float cap, but there are actually a bunch in factory new, a bunch in minimal wear, a bunch in field tested. So yeah, but there's only one in well worn, and that's going to be this one. This is definitely one of my more favorite skins on the list. I think it looks really good. I'm a sucker for the shiny blue skins. I have a blue inventory myself. But yeah, I'm sure the price point on this one's pretty hefty, even with it being in well worn. Lastly, we have the only op on the list. Again, another souvenir purple, this time from the Italy collection. That's going to be the Pit Viper in souvenir battle scarred this time, actually. This is probably my favorite skin on the list. I know I just said that the Cobalt Quartz were some of my favorite. This is definitely my favorite. It does have the Cato 14 foils on it with the VP and the NIP. I almost didn't include this one because unfortunately it is trade banned, so technically it doesn't exist, but it is registered on a database. There are 3 in well worn, and there are a bunch in field tested, a bunch in minimal wear, and none in factory new because it is float capped at 0.08, so it's impossible to get it in factory new. It's a huge bummer that this is actually trade banned because it is the only one in existence, and I'm sure the owner could have gotten a hefty price for it. I know that when Sparkles was unboxing his Cato 14 souvenir packages, the guy he purchased them from said that this would be the most legendary thing you could get. So I'm hoping that one of these turns up in the future, but technically there are only 6 one-of-ones. But there you have it, the rarest skins in CS2. I know they aren't the flashiest skins in the world, but I thought it was pretty cool that they only existed one time. And as you can tell from the only one that's for sale at $25K, they are pretty sought after because people like to collect rare things. Sorry for the super cheesy, over dramatic intro. I just wanted to be funny with it. And yeah, thanks so much guys for checking out the videos. I'm sorry that there haven't been that many recently. Had some stuff going on. There should be a lot more coming, and thanks again for all the support. I hope you have a good one. Peace.